Welcome to the Rectification. You're like, I don't know what's going on. It just happens. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Only tragedy everywhere.
It's fine. But welcome to the Rectification. I'm very excited for tonight's game. It's going to be great. It's going to be interesting, I will say. We are down a player, which is fine. We are missing our lovely Rutherford tonight, but that's okay because we have the rest of our four lovely ladies.
Oh, other way.
I was going to say wrong way. There you go. You got it. Alright. Let me just get this out of the way. I don't think we have any announcements outside of that. Okay, cool. Our frames are good on stream. I was a little worried about it. Cool. Alright. So, last time on the Rectification, our lovely party decided that they were going to go to the Masquerade Ball. They were dressed to the absolute nines in gowns and kilts, leaving behind a lot of weapons. However, in the extent of the party and all of the happenings and goings on, our lovely characters, one in particular, got into a little bit of trouble when she took a job from her boss, friend, however you would like to look at him, to go and procure a blood diamond from down in the vaults of Aaliyah Vanette, our lovely hostess. Our lovely hostess's vaults. Talus, being our lovely rogue, decided that she would take up the challenge. A lot of us never led you astray, so you might as well. And kind of seduced, charmed your way down into the vaults with our lovely captain of the guard, Zariel, who is a large tiefling. You managed to procure both the items, or what you thought were the items, and get back upstairs. Where shortly after, as you were checking over the items, that our lovely rogue realized that these were not the items in question, as one of them seemed to be a fake. One of them seemed to be a diamond of a very nice caliber, not quite the diamonds that we were looking for. Aaliyah, in a panic, suddenly had all of the guards barred the doors, Zariel at her side, as they announced that she just wanted the one item that was taken from her back. Talus, knowing that she had messed up, decided to quickly ascend the steps to the upstairs, going into the first unlocked room, where she was suddenly met with a very pale, white-haired, blue-dressed woman who had turned around and said, "Well, you're not supposed to be here. Who are you?" Diamond around the neck. You assume it's the one that you were looking for in the first place. Downstairs, the rest of the party were quickly being grabbed into groups and being searched by a guard per group, Aaliyah and Zariel standing off to one side, which is where we start our game this evening. Rutherford has been put in a different group, with the purple tiefling that you saw earlier in the evening, known as Nex. Nex is a purple tiefling with silver hair. She is standing off to one side, kind of just waiting around for the rest of the group. As we are downstairs, the three of you that are still downstairs, Cersei, Coraline, and Raven, find yourselves in a group with an elderly individual. He's kind of standing there, hands in pockets. He just kind of seems calm and waiting around. What would the three of you like to do? There's currently a guards that are starting to put you all in groups. There's a couple of guards at each group that are starting to search other patrons. They are not yet at your group, but you're standing there in this group together. Caroline!
Like I said, I have a plan.
Oh dear.
It's only gonna be a really
Sure.
I'm going to move over a little bit closer to Raven. Do you happen to have a weapon on you?
No, but I can get one.
How discreetly?
How discreet is summoning Hexblade?
You can roll me sleight of hands to see how stealthily you can pull it.
Phew. Okay, feeling how she is then, let's get the first roll of the night going.
Wait,
Oh, that would not be. So that would be a 6. So Raven's a little nervous. So
wait.
Oh,
Wait,
she's
wait,
not
wait,
pulling
wait,
it.
wait,
Like
wait.
she's thinking, being like, how like discreetly does she normally do this? So she's going like, it's not exactly discreet. It just appears. She's not pulling it. Like she's thinking, being like, how like discreetly does she?
I really don't. How strong are you?
What are you whispering about?
I need you to do me a favor and no questions asked.
We're not very good at that.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Raven.
What's this favor?
I said no questions asked.
Yeah, the question is, what is the favor?
I'm gonna check around. Is anybody getting closer to us?
I mean, this elderly gentleman is eyeing the party very oddly. It's like, doesn't say anything. He's just like, okay. You see the other patrons are starting to get searched. Their pockets are being shifted through, being turned inside out. Lining of coats is being like kind of handled as they're just running their hands through. They're being very thorough, but not to the point of inappropriate when it comes to things, as in, like they're checking, but they're not.
They're touching, but with consent, respectfully.
The airport pat down.
We are consensually touching.
Back of the hand patting. All right.
Yeah. If anyone is carrying any weapons on like thighs, they'll just ask them to like quickly disclose that information if they have them. They're still searching. Aaliyah is standing on the steps with Zariel. Zariel looks a little sheepish, but still stoic, as he kind of scans the room. Oh my god, Zariel, man.
He's still looking for Talus?
He rolled a 1.
He's still looking for He's like, that sexy lady, where did she go?
Yeah,
he's just a little down.
It's like, where did that princess go?
I can't believe this man.
Such a simp.
Get
Such
it
a simp.
together, man. Jesus. As Zariel looks around, he's kind of keeping his eyes to the ground a little bit. He doesn't really see anything that's happening. Elia is looking around. She's starting to look a little antsy, actually. A little nervous that they have yet to find what she's looking for. She looks a little concerned, which most of the time, every time you've looked at Aaliyah, she's been very, very broad-shouldered. She's been very present in what's going on. She's been very noble, as that's how she's been raised. That's what she does. She's been very flamboyant and showy in this entire event, and this is the first time that you can notice that she's actually seems nervous. Continue to look around, but they're getting closer, but not quite to your group yet.
Do you need me to like faint or fake a nosebleed or like cry?
No, I need one of your scales on your dress.
Raven will.
Because she has chainmail, right? Chainmail scales on her dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Fine. Take one then.
I take one.
Okay.
I give it to you in your hand. I need you to call me.
What?
I need you to cut my hand. I have an ability, but I can only do it if I'm hurt. I need you to cut my hand.
Okay. Raven she does not love this, but is like, okay. Will like discreetly take her hand as much as she can, and is she able to, because I don't know how sharp scale mail actually is.
You could probably find, I'll say that you, having kind of pulled it off of your dress, are able to find a sharp enough edge, like a rough corner. It won't do a lot of damage, but it'll do a little bit.
Good,
It's
perfect.
not like you're actually wanting to like hurt her. So
I'm trying to give her just more than a paper cut.
Yeah, it would give her a little more than a paper cut.
Okay. She
Can I
even
try to
look and
sneak-
like look at Coraline's and probably try and nick her in between her fingers, because I think that'll probably be the best spot to.
I was just giving you my palm to like.
Well, what do you want for a roll? A medicine roll of how good I can nick her?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, here we go. 16.
Perfect. That's more than my armor class, so we're trying to go past.
Yep, so you're able to nick her. Coraline, you have a rough scratch on your hand as it just trickles just a little bit of blood.
How much damage do I take?
I'm not gonna make you take any damage for this one.
No. I need to take damage. I need to take at least 1 point of damage.
Raven, roll me a d4.
Yes!
Oh, great. Okay,
Give me the damage.
Give me the damage.
give you the damage. Lovely, you take 4 points because Raven apparently just really nicks you good. Like, she finds an artery and or a vein.
It's a little bit of a sharper edge on this scale mail than we were originally anticipating. Oh wow, that's like a lot sharper than I originally thought. She makes you take these points of damage. Tell me what happens
And
next.
With Misty Escape, I teleport up to 60 feet in an uncoccupied space that I see, and I turn invisible. So I'm just, thanks. And I am on the stairs, invisible.
Yep.
Peace out, homies.
You move that.
Good luck.
You're on the steps, invisible, and left standing there is Raven.
I am ready to bolt upwards because I know down is always a bad decision when you're trying to escape.
Left standing there is now Cersei, Raven, and this elderly gentleman that you have yet to speak to.
Raven turns
but
to,
also, I would like to
and the
point out
older
that
gentleman and be like, I have no clue what just happened.
But it's also great because you and me look exactly the same right now.
Oh my god, it's true. I did
Make your twin.
We're just in different dresses.
I wear blue dresses with white hair. So, and like I have really long elven features right now because that was part of my disguise. But you know, whatever, it's
So
fine.
you see this old man kind of shrug a little bit. He's like, do you all always do that?
Never before, actually.
Only, you know, if you're asked to be a magician's assistant, apparently.
How is everyone so casual about that?
Are you a magician's assistant?
I did it one time, but
Apparently, you're really good at it. She disappeared.
I think I'm going to switch careers.
You might want to consider that. And he kind of puts a shaky hand out. He seems very well in age. He is a human gentleman, gray hair, gray beard. He's dressed very nicely. As he kind of puts a shaky hand out. I'm Harvey.
Nice to meet you, Harvey. Very rude for not introducing. Raven.
It's nice to meet you. And you kind of turn into Cersei.
Cersei, very nice to meet you. Sorry about oddities.
No, that's just fine. Do you know kind of what's happening with all of this? As he'll gesture to the guard who's getting closer. He's probably about a couple groups away.
They said they were looking for something, so do you think one of the party guests got a little overzealous and puked in a vase and then stole the vase?
That would be quite funny, but I fear that's
That
not
sounds like a
what it
world-
is, then, lady.
The weirdest AU of Uran Host Club. That's what that was.
Oh dear.
Don't choke,
Why
Ivy,
do you always
please.
do that to me when I'm drinking coffee? The joke is I'm always drinking coffee. Alright, so you kind of, well, I hope that this isn't dangerous or anything. They seem very motivated to find whatever it is, as he kind of gestures over to Leah, who is growing anxious and antsy, as whatever is missing seems very important to her. You don't have any ideas?
Well, does she have like a treasury or, you know, a library with rare books or something that, you know, someone could have ended up in the wrong place and...
I imagine she has both. Kind of looking around at the elaboracy of just this hall itself, the ball is being held in. just judging by the state of this room itself, I think that she probably could have both.
Yeah, like it's probably someone just accidentally took something, doesn't even realize what they have, and they just haven't thought they accidentally put something in their pocket, walked away, and that's probably what it is. Like it's probably an honest misunderstanding.
They probably didn't just ghost her or anything.
And again, if you're hosting a party, there's a lot of people, and she's anxious because again, she's had to stop the party for all of this, and it's always tough.
I imagine it would be very nerve-wracking. He kind of shrugs a little. That's disappointing for her, I'm sure.
Yeah. Have you attended many of her parties?
Oh, no, not me. I'm just here supporting my daughter as he gestures off to one of the bards, the human woman in the brown outfit that you saw earlier. I'm just here. She wanted me to come watch her perform.
Oh, your daughter's name?
Caitlin.
That's very so supportive. Cersei, why are you crying? Cersei gets emotional when people talk about family.
She's doing a good job, which is I'm sure she was a little disappointed, but we'll get it figured out. At this point, as you all are having this conversation with this lovely older man named Harvey, a guard walks up. And it's at that point when we transition up to Talus, who is upstairs. Talus,
Yeah.
you find yourself standing with a very beautiful, pale, white-skinned woman. She's wearing blue silks around her shoulders. They're loosely draped, kind of framing her shoulders and her neckline. And on her neck sits, presumably, the very diamond that you were looking for. She kind of looks a little past you. Her eyes are milky. You don't see pupils. They're just white. She doesn't quite seem to be looking... She looks in your general direction. She knows that you're there, but she doesn't look directly at you. I'm sorry. I don't think that you're supposed to be up here. Who are you?
I'm just here to make sure you're okay. I heard some commotion downstairs. I was sent to make sure you're all good, but it looks like you're all good, so I'm gonna get going.
I'm sent to... I'm confused. What is your name? I've never had someone come check on me before.
Cassandra.
Oh. It's nice to meet you. Roll me a deception check, please.
It's not great. Let's see what my modifier is.
Okay, let's find out.
Deception. Oh, it's +9. Okay,
Oh,
18.
Jesus. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Alright, she rolled a 14, so that's why I was like, you're good. Right. When did you start working? I don't remember.
Oh, I was hired for tonight's event.
Oh, are you like a caterer or?
No, I'm actually working with Zariel.
Oh, I didn't realize that they were hiring more help.
They just wanted to really make sure, and it looks like something happened downstairs. So I'm here to make sure that you're okay, and that, of course, the important objects in your person are okay, if you know what I mean.
Oh, what happened downstairs? Is Aaliyah okay?
Everyone's okay, but it looks like something went missing that they didn't want to go missing, and she's looking for it.
Oh, well,
I don't know what it is, though. I haven't been disclosed on that information. It's above my pay grade.
I hope it wasn't. She trails off. Right. Well, I'm glad to hear that Zariel's got more help. I'm sure he appreciates that.
Oh, yes. He enjoys the help.
Ah, yes. the help. Just the help. Just the help.
I I did hear that I have to make sure that you yourself as well as I don't mean to be rude, but what is hanging off your neck are secure. But it looks like you're both okay.
And she reaches up and kind of touches the necklace. Oh, this silly thing. I'm fine. I just didn't feel like coming downstairs tonight.
It is a good party. If you want me to go fetch someone to escort you, I can go.
No, I don't like attending those things. The stairs. And she kind of gestures to her face as she's just very pale. Very albino-ish, almost, in complexion. No, the stairs normally are... I can't see them, but I can feel them, and it's just too much. And she'll kind of turn away and sit in a nearby chair. This room is almost bluish in color, as the lights around are torches that look like they've been put in a blown glass that is blue. So the normal fires on the sides are in a bluish hue for this room. She'll sit down. You're welcome to sit if you want. I don't know if you're dealing with some commotion or if you were just sent to check on me, but
yeah, I'm here to make sure you're safe. How similar is the diamond that I stole to the one on around her neck?
so roll me a perception check.
15 plus 2, so 17.
Okay, yeah. So as she's kind of turning to sit, you're able to get a pretty decent look at it as her shoulders are pretty bare. You can just kind of see it hanging there. It's not obscured by anything. As she sits very gracefully, since she knows this room like the back of her hand, like she's here frequently, she understands everything that's here. She sits down, and you can see it looks better than the one that you previously stole. Like this one, though the one that you stole looks to be of a very high quality, this one, as you're looking at it, just on a quick glance, you know it's for sure exactly what you're looking for.
Can I do a perception check around the room?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oof, not as good. 11.
So as you're looking around the room, just your regular square room, stone walls, wooden floors. There's a fireplace that is currently unlit, as the room is just lit by these bluish hued lanterns. There's a table in the center of the room, a sofa, and a couple of other chairs around the room, as well as 2 bookshelves, one on each side of the wall. It's pretty bare. You see a couple of pieces of artwork, just small pieces here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty bare as to what is actually in this room.
So, may I ask what the story is with your necklace? I was told to keep an eye on it, and it's just an odd request
Oh,
when there's so many other things that seem more important.
well, Aaliyah just got it for me. She thought it would look nice. I can't really see it, but she kind of traces like the outline of it with her hand. She's like, I feel it, and the cut is nice. I think, as far as I can tell, it's of a decent quality, but I think she just thought I would appreciate it.
It looks very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I can't quite tell, but I'm going to take your word for it.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
Okay. Does she need to make a save?
I believe so. Cast
Wait,
sleep.
it's like, what the hell is happening right now?
What?
All I can think about is the less I know, the better this is going to be for me in the long run.
This is great.
5d8. So I have to roll 5d8.
I like to imagine that Coraline has just now made it to like the top of the stairs and is like looking down the hallway, like checking doors, like where's Fucking kind.
I just love that the poor man's asking the two characters who know nothing about anything that's happening.
We make the perfect cover, Cersei. We are just the perfect cover.
We're so
Minus
in
Rad, because
is going
he's just
on.
like the giant guy that we're like, oh, we're just really distracted with Rad's awkwardness at this whole party.
Like at
Okay.
this point though, as soon as like like when she first saw you, she kind of just like snaps her fingers like, I need to remind something. You reminded me of something. I need to ask a question later when we're not being
Caroline, at this
attacked.
point, you're hearing the commotion downstairs. You're hearing a couple of the people kind of annoyed with the fact that they're having to be searched, etc. Like, this can't be that big of a deal. Like, we're just here to have a good time. You're hearing like a little bit of a chatter and commotion coming downstairs. So you hear the clanking of armor. So a couple of the guards are walking around each group, still not finding what they want. As you're making your way to the top of the stairs,
Trying to be really stealthy. I'm trying to be really
roll
fucking
yourself real
quiet.
quick. We'll see how
I
quiet
know.
you do.
I'm putting that out there. I'm also terrified because like I don't want to get fucked and like roll a natural one and fall down the stairs.
I would die. Now roll a roll.
Please don't be a one. Oh, thank God. All right.
Sorry.
23.
23. Oh yeah, you with your combined invisibility and your paranoia are being extra diligent and taking small, quiet steps as you're walking up the stairs. Eventually, you reach the top of it. You kind of look down this long hallway with doors lining each side. All of them are currently closed. Talus, what did you roll?
The way sleep works is that here, I'll read it. The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8, which I rolled 23. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. So, how many hit points does she have?
That is a good question, actually. Let me find out. Hold on.
Let's hope it's less than 23.
Seriously.
I was gonna say, I don't think it is, but let me look. Let us see. Here, where is she? I have her character sheet. Oh,
Please, something this plan work out.
She has a few more than that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let me see what happens do they know that I tried to get Sleeper takes oh shit. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage creatures hit points, undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell. So it doesn't say anything about them
But she doesn't know.
noticing. So that's up to you, Ivy.
Let's see here. We'll see. She does not know this. So, as she's in there, she seems comfortable in the space. She seems relaxed. She's assuming that you've been sent by Aaliyah herself to come and check on her. She kind of just lounges in the back of her chair, just kind of settling in. She can't see you cast it, so she's not going to call you out on seeing it. She can kind of feel like you walking across the floor if you're moving or anything like that, but she doesn't see the actual physical movements of you trying to cast this. So she does not see it. She knows that you got kind of quiet, but that's...
Yeah, Talus is in the back like
In the back, like
At this point, Coraline, you're making your way down this hallway. What do you do?
is all the doors are closed?
They are.
Even the one that okay, that
Yeah,
tells
Talus
me-
closed it behind them.
Okay. I'm trying the doors very quietly.
So the very first door that Talus went through was the one that you are currently trying. It is
Oh,
unlocked.
really? That's the stairs that I went to? Okay, I thought it was the other stairs, but okay.
Nope.
Okay. All right, sweet, cool. All right.
You're trying the door.
Oh,
you
thank
can
God it opens.
feel it's unlocked.
I try to like do like the body shimmy in.
Hey Talus, what's your passive? This is the most ridiculous, I swear to God.
passive
roll-
perception, investigation, or insight. Apparently there's 12.
Okay.
Do I have to roll again or
Are you
am
trying to
I
be stealthy as you do this?
absolutely
Roll me stealth.
trying to be unnoticed?
Roll me
He's got
stealth.
like Kronk's theme music in the background.
Oh yeah.
Please be good, please be good. Fuck you.
Oh dear.
7.
Oh.
Okay, so Talus, your passive does beat that. So, as Coraline Invisible tries just sneaking.
Oh no, my once my turn started, I
You dropped it.
dropped my
Okay,
invisibility.
so cool. As you, so Talus, as you're there, like, oh shit, like that didn't work. Like, what am I supposed to do now? You hear the door open behind you, and for a second, you just grab a weapon. You're like, okay, cool. Like, what can I do to defend myself? Because this must be a guard just coming in, and you kind of hear a familiarity in the way that the footsteps are. Like when you get familiar to the sound of somebody who's walking, and you realize, wait. And you kind of slightly turn your head a little bit, careful not to take your eyes off of the young lady who's currently seated in front of you. And you see Coraline stand there a little sheepishly.
More like deer in the headlights, like trains coming at me and I'm not moving.
The young lady who's sitting in the chair, hearing the creak of the floorboards. Is there somebody else here? Kind of looking past Talus. Are you...
Yes, Stephanie. I'm sorry. This is someone that I invited to the party. I kind of got her in. Stephanie, what are you doing up here? You should, go down the hole and get out of here. The party's over.
Please continue.
Certainly,
Amazing.
sorry, didn't know that this room was already occupied and checked. I will head down the hallway.
Yes. Maybe get some fresh air. Open up a window and let the breeze in. Really get yourself out there.
So at this point, this young lady who's sitting here, hearing this, she stands up. Right.
Do I recognize her?
No.
But do I know who she is? Like, kind of based off of what?
You can make an educated guess.
Like that, I would guess that she is a secret sibling.
She looks a little bit like Aaliyah, but it's very different. Oh, thank you, sweet
The
tea.
secret sibling club.
Secret sibling club.
No.
Hydrate check. Thank you, sweet tea. We love you.
Thank you for taking care of us.
I was
certainly
about
not
to say,
gonna
and all of this drama that's happening.
Sip the tea. Sip the tea.
Sip the tea.
All the
I
time.
think that's what we should do every time sweet tea redeems a hydrate. Is like, oh, it's time to sip the tea.
That is brilliant.
So, Coraline, are you trying to figure out who this is, or is it just a
Yes.
quick up? That's weird. Like,
No, if there's like a slight recognition, Coraline would definitely I mean, let's be honest. Coraline just came into a room. Dallas is here and is all like,
yes.
so I will definitely take a moment to look at her.
So as you look her over, she is very, very pale in skin, very pale in complexion, white hair. You don't see any pupils. Her eyes are a very milky white color. But you, being from the house that you are, notice the fabrics that she's wearing. You notice that these are not cheap. That these are silk. These are of the highest quality. And you can start making little connections in your mind. You realize somebody had to pay for that. That this is somebody of high station. Even if you don't quite make the connection that they are siblings, you can make the connection that she is sitting in this house in an upstairs room. Kind of not in the same type of ball gown or anything like that, but in comfortable enough clothing where you can probably make a deduction at least this is somebody important to this household.
I'm terribly sorry for my manners, ma'am. I will be right on my way. I see this room is covered. Still trying to get a read, looking over at Talus,
So as you both are standing there, she's like, and she kind of stands from where she's sitting. Alright. I don't quite know who either of you are. I kind of think you're not supposed to be here, and you're like covering yourselves up with their names. But I think you would have heard me already if that's what you were here for. So I'm glad you haven't done that yet. I don't think either of you has introduced yourselves by your actual names, but hi, I'm Lilum. If you both could figure out what you're doing and kind of get your story straight, that'd be lovely. She rolled a 20 on perception for you two. So
Okay.
she finally got
Cool.
suspicious enough where she was like, little sus.
All right. Lilum, we were invited to this party, and my friend doesn't want to be recognized for family reasons, and so we're trying to get her out.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and contemplates that.
Tell us.
Interesting. She kind of smiles a little. That's a reason I can at least understand. If you go out
I'm sorry, what house do you hail from?
She smiles. This one.
There's no other.
No.
What's her name?
Aaliyah.
What's your
Aaliyah
sister?
Bennett. There's
Aaliyah.
no other Bennett.
Aaliyah's. So you're her sister?
I am. She seems to have like no shame or anything to say that. No, I
So
am
how?
Lilum Bennett. It's a pleasure. If you're looking for a way to get out of here, you can go out this door, down the hall. There's another staircase, actually.
I actually have a couple of questions for you. If you don't want.
Alright. She hears it. She says nothing.
I didn't say the full name, just so we're clear.
No, you didn't. But she
fine.
caught that little bit. She didn't
Stephanie,
say anything. She's gonna
We don't have time for questions. We should get you out.
chill. So Lilum
Wait.
will sit back down. You see her put
We're going to
her feet
downstairs.
up. You see her put her feet up on the coffee table, pick up a drink of tea that was sitting there. I'm going to be honest. No one's coming up here. You can go ahead and sit if you'd like. I won't say anything. This has been. It's been a
Wait,
while.
so you're-
Come and visit.
All right, I'm gonna say, Lilum, if this is true, are we allowed to lock the door? If not, we need to leave.
Lock the door. I'm not leaving.
Okay, I'll lock the door.
Coraline just had like her world rocked, guys. There's a secret sibling.
She'll kind of gesture to the sofa that's off to one side. Take a
Coraline
seat.
will very nicely go sit next to Lilla if there's a seat occupied
Dallas
next
is
to her.
just pacing with stress.
Caroline's like, we have the same trauma.
Oh my god!
Oh my
it's- yeah.
But in that moment, we will, as you take a seat or not, go back downstairs to where the guard has finally reached the group of three that is now standing there. Cersei, Raven, and Harvey. They look over Harvey first. They're gentle. They kind of run their hands down the lining of his jacket, kind of into his pockets and have them outturned. There's just a couple of coins, like almost spare change in his pockets. There's nothing of note there. Kind of feel to make sure there's nothing down hiding in the shaft of his boot. Don't feel anything. There's nothing. He seems clean. And they move over to Raven. And this guard is wearing the House Finette colors, as he's wearing red. Actually, I think I actually made a hero forge. Hold on. Wait.
Ooh.
Really?
I made a hero forge for this.
Hey.
Because you know I make hero forges for everything.
And they're so good.
I'll look for it, but I'm pretty sure I did. I'll find it. But they are wearing like red and black stripes underneath the armor. They look to be like a little fancier for this particular event. Like she wanted her knights to look just as good as the rest of the party itself.
Aesthetic.
And he'll come over the Raven. Ma'am, do you have any weapons on your person?
Unless you count this wonderful book.
I'll eye it, Squirrel, I don't think that's quite what we're looking for. Is there anything else? Pockets, anything on your legs hooked to them, anything inside your dress?
No, just spare coins in the pocket just in case.
Okay.
You never know.
And he'll kind of put his hands up to get consent. Like,
She literally full out just T-pose this
and
whole.
he will. He'll just kind of feel around, feel down, like your middle section, kind of see if there's anything there, kind of across the shoulders and your back to see if there's anything that you've like stuck behind your back, Wonder Woman style. He doesn't find anything. He nods like, "Thank you for the cooperation, ma'am," and he'll turn to Cersei and ask the same questions. If she has anything within the lining of her dress, if she has any pockets, if she has anything, and they'll ask consent to be able to look over yourself.
Right. I think she would have had a dagger with her, probably, and like she has like the mermaid dress, but then there's like the overskirts.
Yes.
So some of the overskirts would probably be a dagger. She also probably does have one of the 300 gold diamonds on her, just in case.
Your
Life insurance for the win.
And her anklet, and that's probably what she's got on her right now.
Okay. I'll kind of survey the diamond, give it back, kind of look over the dagger, give it back. That's not what they're looking for, and you haven't used it. You haven't been hostile in any way while he's been searching you, so he's not quite that concerned about it. Once he's
I'm very good at being.
Yeah, right? I was gonna say, that's not what he should be concerned about. As he's kind of looking over, like feeling your arms, making sure there's something there, making sure, as he feels like you're dressed a little bit, he'll kind of see the scar on your back and give it a quizzical look, but not ask about it and move on. I'll kind of look to the three of you. Alright, you all are cleared. If you don't mind just staying for the rest of the party, have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll be sure to note to Captain Zariel that you all were clean.
Can we
Before
ask what's going on a little bit?
Yeah, I like how both of you are like, wait to tell us this stuff. Just something taken downstairs from one of the vaults. A scroll of sorts. There's just a little bit of concern there.
Oh,
Is it important?
We'll definitely keep our eyes out for it.
Yes. Miss Aaliyah Vanette says it is of the highest importance.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely keep our eyes. If did they think someone took it, or?
Yes, it would appear so. We have yet to find it.
That's terrible.
Terrible, just terrible. If there's nothing else, I'll continue my search. Thank you for your cooperation.
Of course.
Harvey will kind of smile. You're welcome. You're doing a good job. And kind of like looks to the two of you that are still staying there. Are you both going to stay for the rest of the party?
Well, we came in a small party of friends, and there's only the two of us, well, three of us right now that I can see in the crowd. So
Yeah, we might want to go over and find Rad and make sure that he's okay, because again, he never likes when things are a big fuss. So
do you think he might have sword? Do you think he has a sword or anything?
I don't. Did you think he packed it in his fur or something?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that I tightened that
Under the
kilt, but he doesn't have room for it unless if he wants to breathe.
Oh, is breathing optional?
Breathing's always also optional.
Raven just gives you this very quizzical look of like.
By the way, we need to talk to the other Genasi. I forgot about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Let's.
another Genasi. We need to talk to him. I forgot about it earlier because there was a Genasi, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's. Yeah. Okay.
I got a little distracted.
Okay. Let's go. Well, if we're
Once we're allowed to move around again, I guess.
Okay,
Well-
so you're looking for air.
Yes.
Okay.
who talked to Air last time then?
Cersei did.
Oh, you
Just
want to
got a little
re-talk
bit
to
like, oh my gosh, there's another Genasi. Completely forgot to ask any relevant questions.
Harvey will kind of like wander off to go stand next to one of the pillars and lean against it, just kind of enjoying the party as everybody else is. As the guards start finishing up, searching over groups, you see Zariel and a couple of the guards kind of go off to one side in a small group of like they're discussing. everything that's happening. They don't seem to have found anything. Just by the general demeanor of the guards and the anxiousness that you're seeing on Leah's face as she still stands on the steps, kind of surveying the rest of the party, trying to put a smile on her face like everything's fine. Those quick glances towards Ariel and the rest of the guards would be able to tell you very quickly they have not yet found it. Just as a side note. But you are able to easily find air. Everything at first is very awkward about starting to get back into like the swing of this actual party, but once it gets there, Air and Nessa have kind of boosted their voices. Nessa with her, Nessa being the UNC that you had seen earlier, and that plunging green, high slit, velvet green dress with all of the gold.
Oh my gosh, your dress is gorgeous. Like, oh my god, like, totally, like,
that one.
That color is so good with your
Raven will fully just jump into whatever conversation that she is having and just start like asking her like a dozen questions to kind of give
and
like
she
Cersei
is so
a chance to talk with
egotistical.
Air.
She will answer everyone with grace and a high air. And as Cersei kind of scans the room looking for Air, you're able to quickly find him. He's enjoying a drink off to one side as you see this very, very handsome Air Genasi off to one side with those gold and blue aesthetics as his outfit seems to almost float with him as he walks. His hair is spiked up and his mask matches the outfit. He's standing off to one side, enjoying a nice drink. And you walk up.
Oh, hi again. Air. I got distracted earlier and forgot to ask you a few questions. I only remembered when I saw my friend over there. If you don't mind, of course, if you're not.
Oh, no, go right ahead.
I mentioned earlier that I haven't really met any other Genasi, which is why I was so intrigued to meet you at the beginning. And we actually learned very recently that this fellow named Halvar was doing some research on Genasis, talking to them and making a report. Apparently, we were going to go and check the report, but I was just wondering if, by chance, you had met him during that time.
I meet a lot of people, but I have yet to meet him. But you say it's researching Genasis.
Aye. So far, that's the extent of my knowledge.
Seems
I know very little about us, so...
Seems an interesting thing to research, but I have yet to meet him myself. Well, you said there was other questions too?
That was the main one, if you had known him. I'm just interested in kind of trying to figure out what we are to a degree.
Well, we're Genasi. That's kind of just what it is. I'll kind of finish off the rest of his drink. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I don't think so. Just keep smiling and making the rest of the people smile. Your laugh travels very, very well, and that seems to be lifting the mood.
I'll kind of give a wink. He's like, oh, I know. And with that, he'll strut off. And we will transition back upstairs, where two of our lovely party members are now talking to our lovely Liam Vanette.
I would just like to imagine that during that conversation when they're all like, oh yeah, something was stolen, both Raven and Cersei were all like, fucking callous.
Oh no, like Raven at this point is like, the less I know, the better it is.
I can't find callous if something's missing? Okay, cool.
But who would steal anything from a library? Because that's where school, obviously.
Who would do such a horrendous thing?
Commit a steal? Gasp.
Crime?
Who does that?
Girls? No, that's Rad's forte.
Crime?
So, what are you saying, Coraline?
Well, she's mostly just kind of like starstruck with 1,000 questions running through her head. And like trying to put together like as many things as she possibly can about like what she was told about this family and like why was this person not mentioned, and like Oh my god. Like, kind of huge trauma? Shared trauma? What the fuck?
Trauma. So
I'm
you-
sorry, I don't know if this is brash or anything, but why aren't you mentioned with your family?
Oh. I told her not to be.
Yes, I am talking to you, Ivy.
No, that was her. Oh, I prefer not to be.
So it was your choice.
And with that, she kind of will look over to you, give you her full attention. She can't see you, but you have a feeling she doesn't need to if she understands entirely the meaning of what you're saying. Was it not yours?
No, definitely wasn't. Have you met any of the other noble families?
I've met one. They're very sweet, at least to me. She'll
Are you willing to share? Who?
I'm sure you will meet him soon enough. I'm sure he is in your path. He's in everyone's paths, if I'm honest, but you'll meet him. But outside of that, no, I keep to myself.
And your sister? She's fine with all this. Her taking the spotlight and you're not.
I'm fine with it. She does a much better job at it than I do.
It's just very interesting to me. Thank you.
Which part?
Pretty much everything in your whole existence is really a breath of fresh air and also kind of frustrating. But that's my own trauma speaking. I'm not sure if you want to know my name yet, so I think I'll keep to it. But if you must know, and if anybody meets you, you can call me Rory.
Rory. I like that. It's nice. Well, if you have any other questions for me, I can answer them best I can. I'm not sure how the downstairs is going yet, but
This is a stupid. If I wanted to write you a letter, I know you can't read it. Would your sister be willing to?
Ellie is very sweet to me. She's very good to me. I'm not trapped here, kind of looking around, knowing that there's these four walls around her. I'm not trapped here. I just choose to be here. You can write me anytime.
Well, it was great meeting you. We will be on our way. Thank you.
Of course.
And we'll go.
Callus, are you sending a message? Is that
Yes.
done? Cool.
Yeah, when I sent it to you, I did send it.
Cool. I want to make sure. I want a clarification. Alright, so as you walk out Coraline, Callus hands back for a second. You are able to kind of look down both sides of this hallway, making sure no one's coming. You can hear downstairs, like the music is picked back up. You don't hear the clatter and clamoring of the guards walking around anymore, and you can just kind of assume it's safe as far as you're aware. Callus, as you hang back a second, Althea will, Lillian will kind of look in your general direction. So you just want to trade then?
If you can.
She'll reach back behind her neck and unclasp the necklace. She'll hold it out. I don't quite know what trouble you're in. I assume it's terribly dangerous if you're needing this. But, if you've got something to trade that looks almost similar, I don't think Aaliyah would know the difference. And she'll start sliding the diamond off of it.
I see this,
I'll-
right? I see this interaction happening before me.
You're seeing, you saw, Lil take it off.
I will grab the necklace, slide in the other one, and give it to her. I don't know, aid her in putting it on.
Yeah, you can
And I'll
assist her.
allow me.
She'll move her hair like out of the way.
I'll clasp it back on. Thank you.
Take her.
I don't know why you're helping us, but thank you.
Well, in all honesty, I don't allow people to come visit me very often. You two burst into my room, lied about who you were, and then needed to dive in to be out of trouble. You seem like interesting characters. I can appreciate that. And she'll just smile, like a little.
You're not entirely wrong.
I'm sure you'll be hearing more of us from Coraline. From Rory.
She ignores it.
It is Coraline to most people, but Rory's as much as I can tell you about my real name. But and if you meet any other nobles in the future, that name might take some interest to some.
There's one more thing I'm gonna do.
Sure.
I'm gonna pull out the empty scroll, which is literally a piece of paper, right?
Yes.
And like I know there's no hidden magic in it.
You are
You said
aware
that I
of this.
could.
There's absolutely nothing. This is literally a piece of blank parchment.
I'm gonna give it to her and say, your sister is looking for whoever replaced it with this, and I'll give her the empty scroll.
And she'll take it. She'll run her fingers across the top of it. And she'll realize, oh, that's just parchment, isn't it? She'll kind of like unfurl it, run a hand over it to see if she can do like any of the leathering or any ink or anything. If she doesn't, she'll reclose it. Well, you can always give this to her yourself, but I suppose I can do so when she comes up and sees me.
I would prefer to escort my friend to safety.
Understandable. And at that moment, as you are saying, I prefer to escort my friend to safety, you hear a voice that you don't recognize
Fuck
enter your
me.
head. It's a male voice. As you're stepping out of the room, you just hear a male voice say, down the hall, to the left. That's your escape route.
Wait, only Charles got this?
Yep, only Tal's got that one.
Only
Okay,
me?
never mind.
Well,
I'll look around
whatever the
before-
voice says, it agrees with Lilum.
But like, also once we leave the door, I'll be like,
You trade the necklaces, you're stepping out the door, and you hear this male voice that you don't recognize just say, down the hall, to the left. That's your escape route.
I look around, I don't see anyone.
You see no one.
Okay. I'll listen to the voice. And I'm gonna send message to Cersei and tell her we are safe and out of the party. See you back at camp. At camp. It's like an expression. See you back at the see you back at our place.
It's like thieves can't. Come on, Cersei. Okay, so you send this message. You are headed down the stairs to the left. Or not downstairs, but you're headed
what
down
is
the hall.
going on?
Whatever
Why
the
did you
voice
take
said.
her necklace?
Shh, let's get out of here first.
Shh, just shh.
Just first. I relieve you from your contract. It has been fulfilled. You don't have to worry about that. We're fine. Just leaving you that.
I'm not doing it for a contract.
No, this.
Yeah.
She'll pull out her
I'm
book.
not doing this for a contract. I'm doing this for your safety. Let's get out of here.
All right, fine. But you have I have tons of questions for you.
Okay.
We're going.
Okay, so Talus, you're taking the lead. This male voice has told you down the hall to the left. You're going.
Is that what Lilum told us?
Yeah, that's about where Lilum said.
Okay.
Lilum
Okay.
told you there was a way out down the hall. She didn't go into more specification, but she doesn't. Seems like she doesn't need to. So you go down the hall to the left. there's another hall. Like, it's almost as if it loops around. Like, that way you can come back. So you loop around. Talos, you come around the corner first, and all you see as you come around the corner is the back end of someone's coattails as he's turning another corner. At the end of the hall is a window that has been left open.
You saw him too, right?
So we saw someone with. So is this insinuating that someone opened the window and walked away?
Yes, it is.
You saw him
Okay.
too, right? That's a personist.
Don't question it. Let's just get out of here.
What?
Let's go. I grab her hand and I'm like, let's go, while dragging my dress.
So, are you going down the window? Are you going down, like looking
Yes.
out this window?
Are we going out the window?
Yes. Yes.
You look out this
We're not
window.
diving out the window.
It's not that. So you look out this window. Whoever you just saw, and as you look down this hallway that is adjoined to this window, like you had seen those coattails that you were unsure about disappear around the corner. As you look down, you don't see anybody. There's nobody there. But whoever or whatever it was has thrown a rope already down for you, tied off to one side.
Shut the front door.
Wait,
Oh
with
my
the coattails,
God.
like, do we get like a height estimation?
Literally just the back coattails of someone's outfit.
Okay, cool.
And
That's suspicious.
What color?
That's
What color was the
weird.
tail?
black.
All right. I'll say, Caroline, you go down first. I'll be right behind you. I promise.
Is that your friend? Do you have a friend here?
I don't know who that is. Just go.
We're rushing the ladder and no one. We don't have a fucking stranger.
I feel like we can trust them. Go.
What?
Caroline, are you going down?
I'm going down, but I'm so confused.
You just see pan away these two figures going down the rope and just bickering like.
Are you going down first, Coraline?
What am I going down? What is down
rope.
the window when I look down?
When you look down, it is the back garden.
Back dark garden?
Yep.
All right. Is there like anything by the window? Like how big of a drop? Am I just jumping out the window?
Well, you're on the second story, so you're grabbing on the rope.
Oh, there's a rope. Okay.
There's a rope. Whoever it was tied it off
Swan
for
dive.
you, and yeah, swan dive in your gowns off the side of the building.
Hey, just tie up those dresses. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just tie up those dresses. There's a way you can make them into pants. It's fine. But Coraline, are you going first?
I don't think I ever got trained how to do that in all my fucking princess training. Guys,
Damn,
you know what I mean?
sucks. Coraline, you going first?
I guess I'm going first.
Roll me athletics.
Oh no!
Come on, girl.
Oh no! Can I say acrobatics? Because I'm more it's more of a dexterous thing of like, you know, I get to like wrap it around my foot and then just kind of descend and not really like use my
Have you seen
CrossFit?
CrossFit?
Okay.
I'm doing it in a different way. I'm wrapping it around my leg to like go down gently and not.
Oh,
like,
you're a silk.
this like
One of those
Yeah.
silk artists now.
Aerial artistry.
for sure. I mean, honestly, if we're gonna go for aerial artistry, let's just roll performance for this. And I would do like the whole wrap around the stomach and then just like.
I will let you roll athletics.
All right. This is still gonna be really bad, you guys. I'm not. This is.
You got this, girl.
Oh, wait.
Oh no. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. That was actually a pretty good roll.
Yay!
18.
18?
I
18.
gave her inspiration too. I don't know if you want to use it now or later, but you have it.
I'll use it later because 18. I feel like I might be okay.
Yeah, you'll be okay. So yeah, you kind of look at this drop from a second floor. You're like, oh, that's great. Talos has just told you that I don't even know.
Athletic person.
Talos has just told you she doesn't even know who tied off this rope as you're grabbing on. And you just kind of wrap your foot and you slide down, and you find it's not as hard as you thought. Once you start sliding down the rope, you're like, oh, this is not hard. Okay, I
This is
got
the
this.
little thing that you do in a down dress.
It's a little annoying that you're in a dress, but it kind of comes up around you a little bit. But you're like, it's fine. It's fine.
If anybody wants to be down me, they get a really good show.
Welcome to Princess Training 2.0.
Boot camp. Um, Dallas, are you going down next?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me
Let's get down to
either
this.
athletics or acrobatics. I will let you use either one, whichever one.
Definitely acrobatics.
All right. Roll me acrobatics then.
Oh dear.
12.
Okay. So you look down at Coraline.
Sorry.
You're like, wow. Okay, good. Like she that looked really easy for her. She did a really good job as you kind of grab it. The rope's kind of moving a little bit because of Coraline just being on it, and you think, oh no, it's been enough time has passed. You grab it, you kind of lose your footing a little bit, and just go down a little quicker than you originally anticipated. You just kind of fumble a little, but you do make it down, just not as gracefully. Maybe it's the dress. You're not quite used to doing this in a gown.
My hands are on fire.
And as you both land, you kind of turn, and you
Oh,
notice
no.
you are in the back garden of the Vinette estate, which is one of the most beautiful things that you've ever seen. There are trees just lining the side fences. There are archways just adorned with a variety of flowers and colors. There's walkways and a fountain and benches to sit. You can see that this is something that Aaliyah's put a lot of pride and joy into. That's where you land. Inside, Cersei is currently receiving the message that we'll see you back at the inn. We'll see you back at camp. What are you doing, Cersei?
She just kind of blinks like, okay, yeah, that checks out the suspicions. Now I have full grounds to be highly, highly suspect. Great.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Where is Raven?
Yeah.
Are you still talking to Nessa, or have you moved on the conversation?
Oh, she would have been fully engrossed in getting as much information as she can out of, because I'm assuming Raven hasn't seen too many Yantis.
No, not at all. At some point, there's actually a very cute little non-binary figure that walks up and is also intently listening to the conversation. Throughout the conversation, like as you kind of turn your attention between the two of them, you will find out her name is Venus. Throw her on string. She does have a little black cat that runs between her legs and eventually settles down and sits on her shoe. She introduces him as Beelzebub. And she's kind of there as well, so you're having this conversation with Nessa and Venus as you're just sitting there talking, having these conversations back and forth.
What is Venus wearing?
Venus currently is dressed in a very regal red gown aligned with gold trimmings across the neckline and accenting of the sleeves. It's very fitted down to their waist and kind of flares out. It's almost a simplistic style, but on them it almost seems just accentuate their very natural beauty. They have very short brown curly hair. They have pointed ears. This is a half elf.
Raven will introduce herself, compliment their outfit, and does she notice that she's which pronouns is she using?
They are they, she. So you're getting it right.
They, she.
Think about it.
Okay. Raven will make sure to like, again, getting used to like new people and everything like that, and be like, oh, like I love your gown, and oh my gosh, your cat is adorable.
Oh, that's Beelzebub, and he'll kind of get up and stretch. He's just a little void cat, a little black cat with a little pink nose, as he kind of will run and sit between Raven's legs, and he's just kind of purring and enjoying it, and then run back to Venus.
Familiar or pet?
Pet this time.
This time.
I use familiars every now and again. This one's pet.
He is adorable.
Well, thank you. Cersei, are you letting Raven know the message that you just received?
No, yeah, like I was like, I let the chat go, and then as soon as she gets the message, she's like, that checks, and then she's gonna try to spot her wolf and her half elf and try to gather them up.
Rutherford, this entire time, he has been searched. They didn't find anything on this person. He seems to be having a very in-depth conversation with a purple tiefling with silver hair. They seem to be very engrossed, and as you kind of approach to be able to grab him, you hear the words Demore, you hear the words Academy, you hear the words like research being thrown around, and they seem to be having a very intense conversation about Demore.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think it's about time that we head out for the evening, actually.
And he will bid his goodbyes to Nex, and she'll kind of smile and also smile at Cersei. I'll keep in touch. It sounds like you all are headed that way to Demore. If you ever need anything before that or need anything from the adventuring skill, just let me know.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Oh, and I love your dress. That she'll kind of like bounce off.
She seemed very pleasant.
She is very sweet. I love her so much. We're gonna Rutherford and Cersei walk over the Raven, who is having a very interesting conversation with this young individual with a little cat running around their feet.
Ooh.
Isn't he adorable?
Seeing Rutherford the cat will kind of look up like with a quizzical look, but kind of sit there and not say anything. He just kind of.
I know, Rad is a very imposing figure. As like Raven also has to do the whole like looking up to him, being like, "Hi, I'm tiny compared to you."
Actually very small, so she's like, oh, okay, hello.
These are my friends. This is Rad, and this is Cersei, and don't they look adorable?
Oh,
Pleasure.
hello there. It's nice to meet you both.
This is Venus. They're wonderful.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you.
I got a message. Apparently, some of us have already head out for the night.
Oh,
We should
not
probably
feeling well.
head off as well.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to depart you, Venus, but it was lovely talking to you, and Beelzebub, you're adorable.
Oh, it was my absolute pleasure. I hope to see you around sometime.
Oh, I hope so.
And Beelzebub will kind of walk up her and then just kind of go and head off with Venus after getting a little scritch. He'll kind of nuzzle, and then they'll walk off together to go and join the rest of the party.
There's so many good cats in this world. I love it.
I want a pet.
I know,
So
right?
many.
It's just a mood.
Raven just kind of says that, just like, "Aw."
Are you to head out the front doors?
So you're saying, they decided to leave?
Got a message, apparently. We're supposed to meet back at the inn. No other explanation, apparently, so far.
Hold up. Raven is just gonna. Do you have message or no?
I don't. I have sending.
Okay, hold up. Raven will just like stop for a second and
Hold up.
hold up. We gotta love taking a level in Bard. She's going to attempt to send a message to like Coraline. Are you okay? But I think you might be out of range. But it's 120 feet, so.
Are we out of range? We're in the garden.
You're not out of range.
All right.
Can fudge the numbers a little
I'll
bit.
fudge the numbers a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just mid walking into
You're
the garden,
119
I like
feet.
slap Talus. We are fine.
So, what message?
Heading to the hotel? You're heading to the hotel. How did you do this?
The camp, the hotel, but not the inn.
Are you
Wait, what happened in the wall? Taking that second to like actually like process it and goes,
Wait, are you like? She doesn't know what message is. Are you all right? What's going on in this house? I get cut off at some point. I don't know where, but
I think it's like what 25 words or something.
that's
Yeah.
sending. I'm not sure if it's the same thing for message.
No, you can hear it. You just reply in a whisper. So I guess
So you're just hearing babbling of, "Are you okay? What's going on?" etc. Just so.
20 questions is back. Can confirm. This might give me a headache. Great excuse to leave. Well, shall we?
I think that we're heading off for an explanation, which I think both of us would very much appreciate.
I know, Coraline, it's so rude for running to the bathroom when she did. She just like kind of vaguely shakes her head.
Alright, you two are pretty
Right,
the
because-
guards will let you leave.
Popping into thin air.
I'll come back to you two in just a moment. You two that are currently out in the garden, receiving this message back from Cersei. Are you two trying to find like a way around the house quickly?
No. Actually, quick perception check. Anybody in the garden?
There's no one in the garden.
For sure, nobody in the garden.
Oh,
Okay, that's scary. Don't like that coming from my dungeon master. That's all right.
There's no one in the garden.
It's a garden.
Let's be honest. Any answer at all would not feel right.
I was also saying it wouldn't matter what I said. I could have been like, I don't know, is there? And it would just, it doesn't matter.
Definitely be like, Dallas, it's a garden.
No, we gotta go. What are you talking about? It's me.
One quick little loop.
What?
Starts walking.
No, Caroline, no.
He
No.
starts druid crafting with the flowers. Like, this is literally what I did for like 20 years.
Caroline, it's the middle of the night. Your family's here. We gotta go.
Fine. She druid. Is there a rose nearby? She'll one of the buds make it into an orange rose.
Quickly make it into an orange rose.
Leave a signature for your crime. Wahaha.
Alright,
Yes,
okay.
believe.
Okay. Roll me stealth, because I don't
Oh.
imagine that you both are not trying to do this stealthily.
We're super stealthy trying to walk around. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold up.
What did you
I'm
both
so
roll? I
scared.
don't like either of those reactions.
I haven't rolled yet, but I am redeeming something.
I did roll, but I have a plus 11 stealth.
Okay.
So you gave me inspiration earlier.
Yes.
I gave you inspiration as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank God.
Okay. So I rolled that. That's okay. That's fine.
15 for me.
17 plus. What's inspiration? Is it a D4 or is it a...
One
Give me the
four.
roll, D4.
Just so we're all aware, I rolled
Yes.
an out.
Oh, right. 21.
21?
I rolled a 1.
Oh my
Plus
God.
3 plus 11.
Yeah, okay, so let me take Venus off.
Rogues, man.
So as you're coming around the corner, you're able to spot your other two party members leaving. Nobody seems to see you as you're stepping out. As the four of you come back into your little party itself. Are you saying anything before you cross the bridge, or are you just gonna quickly we'll talk
I'm gonna
about
try
this
to meld into behind Raven or in front of her, so it looks like we're the same person. Like just like
Raven
there's like a
just
weird
got-
little mirror image type of thing.
Raven just kind of looks and goes, I know I shouldn't have given you that crab cake. Everyone always says go for the crab cakes, but no, they always end up with a stomach ache. I know, we have to go back because you're not feeling well. And she just gives you this
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay, so you are able to easily, quickly make your way back to the inn. You're trying to act normal, Talus, especially you. You're like, haha, nothing is wrong. This is fine.
Oh, as we leave, I give a quick little look back over at Scritches, still in the looking out, and give him a wink and just keep walking. He's still hanging out there.
Okay, perfect. So, are you going straight back to the inn?
Yes.
Yes.
I would think so.
Okay.
Cool. So,
You were-
as you all are approaching the inn, are you going to a singular room so you privately talk about what just happened, or what is the plan?
So anybody else left the place since we've left? Okay. Thanks, Scritches.
Where are you going when you get to the Blue Lantern?
I'm gonna say, well, that was an eventful evening. I am beat. Good night.
No. We have to make sure that Coraline
No.
is feeling well. And like you just see Raven's just gonna put her hands on both Coraline and Talus and goes, I think we need to make sure that Coraline is feeling better,
Is
don't
that
we?
mom squeeze like that? No. Yep.
Come on. Up to Coraline's room. Because Talus and Coraline are sharing a room, right?
I feel like I can't say no to Raven.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can either.
Oh, it is a very firm grip on your shoulder. It is a calm statement of, I am not mad, I am disappointed in you.
Oh no. So you both get a
Even
firm grip on your
worse.
shoulders. Cersei, I imagine, is like, okay, this is what's happening. Are you going before them to open the door, or are you behind?
Is Rad coming with us?
Rutherford is coming with you.
Okay.
Cersei will tell Brad to keep up the back just in case they try to bolt back. And Cersei will go forward
Rutherford
in
will
case
take at the
they
back
bolt
with his
forward.
large hulking figure. Cersei, you're gonna open the door. So, get into the room. Now, all 5 of you are standing there, Raven. You've got a tight grip on 2 of your party members. Are you releasing when you get into the room?
Yeah, she'll
releasing.
her grip will like soften and she'll take her hands off and goes,
Release.
so that was eventful.
Yes, it was, wasn't it, Talus?
It was so eventful. I don't even know. You gave me good
Coraline?
luck with that one guy, and I scored.
Lovely. I will get to you afterwards. Coraline? Are you in
I
trouble?
only received a message from Talus saying that we needed to get out of here, and I knew I had one ability. I have a really cool trick, guys. I can only do it once, type of thing. That was a joke.
Okay, so that was just a get out of jail free. Right.
Yes.
Raven doesn't know about her family.
No.
Because you haven't told her.
No.
Okay. So why? Why do you have to leave? Like you just disappeared. Like you
She just said that we had to go, so I was wondering what happened. Talus?
I had a bad feeling. I thought that I saw something weird when I was downstairs, and I was right because then they locked down the place. And so
That is
I
true. She
only
did
sent
that
one
is
message,
true.
and I just sent it to the first person that popped in my head. That was Coraline.
So you
That does
saw
make sense.
something weird downstairs.
Yes.
Downstairs where a thing was stolen, apparently.
Yeah. There was a lot of guards there. Weird.
Did you pick up anything?
Zariel does not count.
Yeah. This sword, and I'll pull out the sword that I picked up. I did pick this sword.
Why are you looting the party host?
It looked really nice, and I was there, and it's like a good sword, and she's not gonna use it. Like,
I mean, granted, it is much better that she stole from like an area, except for like an actual person. Like, I feel like we should be commending her for that.
For what? For literally being a thief?
The fact that you're trying to back her up makes you even more suspicious.
Okay.
Like,
I don't think the sword is really... Okay, that is bad. Like, let's just agree. It's bad. Did you pick up a scroll?
no.
What?
Did you pick up a scroll?
No.
Wait, what is this about the scroll?
That was what was missing. That is what went missing from the... We're assuming the vault that's down there.
A scroll
there
about
was-
what?
In.
There was a scroll in the vault. I didn't take it.
So it's missing. Like, that's what they were searching us for.
just
Coraline?
feeling it.
You don't have it on your person, do you?
No.
I do not appreciate you going around taking things from party hosts when we're invited. I don't care if you've gone and done this before. It's very rude of you.
Aaliyah was really nice. Lovely
We're
nice.
never gonna get invited again.
She wasn't gonna use it.
I don't care if they're gonna use it or not, if it's an ornamental thing you stick up on your wall.
She's not gonna miss it. She's got a lot to live off of.
That is not the point. You don't take things that aren't yours.
So, as you guys are having this conversation, something interesting happens. As
Fucking
you all
cool.
are in the room, you're having this conversation, you're just chatting. On the door, a strange red light starts outlining the door frame. And it opens as Zariel, followed by Aaliyah, now out of her gown, step through. Zariel's wings are furled behind him. Aaliyah, dressed in black pants, a red shirt with a black corset, daggers lining her belt, a sword at her side, her hair up. Zariel looks a little sheepish still as he steps in. They kind of serve the party. Aaliyah looks around and she's like, no, please don't freak out. I'm not here to kill any of you.
That is such a badass outfit, though. Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
have a couple of questions.
God, we're all gonna die.
She kind of surveys each of you and then lands on Talus. Willem tells me you needed a diamond to stay out of trouble.
Fuck no.
No, I'm not worried about the diamond. I could care less about that. You can keep it. And I don't need to hear about your escapades with Zariel here. And Zariel's like,
I'll also go.
I just need to know if the scroll was there or not.
I gave her what I found.
I can back her up for that too.
So kind of looking over at you. How credible are you?
Decently so.
If you'll all take a seat on the beds, whatever. If you want to take a seat, I have a couple of questions as well as an inquiry. You all can sit,
Guys.
stand, whatever.
I'll stay standing.
Girl's
They
standing
shut
near
the
the
door.
window.
They shut the door behind them.
Raven is giving both Talus and Coraline the stink eye at this point.
Sorry.
door
Coraline's
behind them.
definitely not making eye contact with either Suri, Rad, or
No, we
Red
technically
or
still
Raven.
look. We still look different,
You
right?
do still look different. Zariel's gonna shut the door. That red outline that you saw before is gone. You can take your seats. And Aaliyah will stand. Zariel will stand over by the door, kind of leaning against it, his wings still furled. I just need to know who sent you to go get that diamond. Really, that's all I really need to know.
It was a one-time job. Some guy in the street gave me a chance. He said the reward would be big, and I took it.
Roll me deception.
I would help that I don't know anything.
No, you don't.
$17.
17? Okay. One-time job. Where were you supposed to drop it off?
I don't know that yet.
So he hasn't told you. Do you make a habit of taking jobs that you don't know the employers to?
Surprisingly so. It's a good living.
That one's not a lie. Right. mention the scroll too?
No.
What was on the scroll?
Something very dangerous. Something that could level this entire city by itself.
And you're the one that has possession of it.
I am.
You put it in a vault that was broken in by my companion here with her charm.
Well, actually, looking back to Zerial, then looking back to Talus, there was... Let's just say I've lost a couple of men. By the time that you and Zerial came out, and another guard went downstairs to check, 2 of my guards were slaughtered down in my vaults. Almost seemed like someone was either covering for somebody else the fact that it was stolen, or they were trying to backtrack and make it look like that had happened before. So I just needed to make sure and verify Zerial's story over here that he was occupied at the time and was still down in the vaults where no one could have gotten past other than yourself, but you said it was stolen beforehand, which leads to more questions.
Well, I can definitely verify they did go down together. I did see them at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, because you called.
I can attest for my compatriots' honesty towards this. We did not know about her idea with the diamond, but she did only find that scroll, and we did give it to your sister. What we found, or what she found. That is it. We do not own that scroll.
As for what is on the scroll itself, as she kind of sighs and looks around the room, trying to kind of assess if you're trustworthy enough to like hold the information about what's actually stolen. Tell me who your employer is, and I'll tell you what the scroll is.
I told you I don't know.
We're gonna see if she knows that you're lying. You said you rolled a 17. Okay. She kind of sighs a little. Well, if they work for me, I'm sure I'll hear about it sooner or later. But since you are so adamant that you don't know, what was taken tonight was not an exaggeration when I tell you that it was something capable of leveling an entire city. It was a scroll of comet. For those who, let's see, you're all researchers. Okay, you all can know this information. I was trying to decide if I wanted to make roll history or not, but this is something that's stuck out in your minds. So, a scroll of comet. I'm going to read you exactly as it's written. By using an action to read the scroll, you cause the comet to fall from the sky and crash to the ground at a point you can see up to 1 mile away from you. You must be outdoors when you use the scroll, or nothing happens and the scroll is wasted. The comet creates a 50-foot deep, 50-foot radius crater on impact. Any creature in that radius must make a DC 20 dexterity saving throw, taking 30 d10 force damage on a failed saving throw, or half as much on a successful one.
30 d10?
13.
Oxley.
Fuck. Hell.
Welcome to things falling from the sky.
And you just casually have that with you.
Casually? No.
I don't think keeping it in a vault is casual, Coraline.
You know what I was talking about. You just possess that.
It was supposed to be locked up later, but apparently events have dictated otherwise.
So do any have any ideas of who took it?
No, not really, because kind of gesturing. You are my first leads. I'm sure I will continue off the rest. But if you hear anything about it, if you hear of anyone having it, very much, pay very handsomely to get it back.
Why do you have such a scroll? Why mask?
Roll me a persuasion check. Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion.
Now for this, we will take our break.
That would be a dirty 20.
Okay. Alright. So you ask, why did you possess them of that caliber? She surveys the group one by one. At a glances back towards Zerial. He shrugs. Well, they already know some of it. You might as well tell them the rest. They might come in handy. She shrugs. Who do you think runs most of the crime in this country?
I wouldn't know. I lived on the coast. I don't know anything that happens inland, really.
It's myself. Consider it an insurance policy.
Impressive answer.
We will take our break. So, I'm going to switch over to our break screen. We will be back in 10 minutes. So everybody can stretch their legs, think about all of the information that they've just received, as well as the consequences of our actions. And then we will be back in 10. we are back. We have just discovered that after Aaliyah and Zariel used Dimension Door to dimension themselves into the in room.
Oh
Aaliyah
shit, that's what
dropped-
they did. I didn't know they did that. I
That's
thought they
what it
just
was.
like.
Aaliyah dropped the information of, no, I am the crime boss of this country. Why do you ask? And kind of let that information drop right before we took our break. Is there anything any of you would like to do or say?
Not yet.
I want to ask, who did you get the scroll from?
A man on the street.
Fair.
It's interesting that a noble household, such as yourself, would also be in charge of all the crime. But I mean, if you really think about it, it does make sense as well.
She's gonna kind of turn her attention to Coraline for a moment. Kind of look you up and down. You're still in disguise. Kind of look a little suspicious of you. How much do you know of noble households?
Quite a bit. It's very interesting meeting your sister.
She seemed to like you.
I can say I enjoyed her company as well.
But you seem to have more knowledge of noble households than you were originally on, that's all. You like sharing?
Do you feel like sharing?
That depends what you want to know. If you're wondering where I got the scroll from, I paid handsomely for it.
With your crime connections, I can find that very believable. And also being a noble household of gems and exports, money's probably not an issue for you.
Are you wanting money for information?
I was just saying that it's very... It makes sense, what you're saying. Also, doesn't give us any incentive to share what we might know.
Well, if you're not interested in sharing and or conversing with me, I'll take my leave along with my captain here.
We're not in any trouble, are we?
Trouble. She kind of thinks about it. No.
She kind of thinks about it.
I would recommend not stealing from noble houses in the future.
I highly agree with you on that one.
Ralphie from the back will just give like a thumbs up, like. Ugh.
Damon's here, you'd get a fucking earful.
You just like you see Raven just like look over at Talus of like, I told you so.
Look.
What? You obviously still want this. Obviously, you don't want that just fiddling around. What steps are going to be taken to try to find it?
Well, like you said, my connections are vast and expansive. I won't have any trouble finding people to look for it. It's just a matter of who would dare take it from me.
Who do you think did? From your party? I met most of them.
I don't know. Is the concerning part.
Well, we did have some help in escaping. I don't know who he was or anything. But there was somebody there that helped us.
Well, I'll take a note of it then. Anything else? Any more information you'd like to share with me? Okay. Just kind of survey each of you slowly, and then land on Coraline. My sister mentioned that you'd be interested in writing to her, consider permission given. I'm not going to stop her from being friends with you. Maybe I'll need your help in the future.
Name's Rory, by the way.
She's not gonna.
Sure, that was what you will.
Do you? And this is a DM question to you, Nat. Do you think that she would know? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know. It really depends on how scared Alurus is of his dad and how close he is with Ellie.
Your father and Aaliyah do not get along.
Okay, but really it's the question of, does Alurus and Aaliyah get along? Because I don't know what he would do. Coraline has every indication that she does not exist and that her brothers haven't told anybody about her. That's what Coraline believes. That's more, but whatever Alurus does, I mean, he's the rebel of the family, so
Correct.
we love him for it. Maybe he's met Leah.
Well,
Well,
you're fine. Okay, so when you say that, she doesn't react, but she also doesn't offer her hand. She's good to know. I'll take a note of that when I get the letters in the mail. And she snaps. And as she snaps, that same light that she used when she enters starts lighting the doorway. She opens it. I'm sure I'll see you all around.
Sorry if we were any inconvenience.
Before Zariel goes, very discreetly, I want to slide the sword to his hand and say, hopefully this gets you in less trouble.
I'm gonna look down at it. She didn't even know this, just keep it.
This man still
give him
has
a
it.
tap on the ass as he walks his way out.
Alice is shocked and kind of like,
Okay.
A man of culture?
Oh. Oh.
Apparently, in this world, like giving a sword to someone is like the height of flirtation.
Correct.
And that
Ooh, oh my! You are so correct on that.
You are
I
correct.
guess you
Flirt. I give swords.
Oh, flirting? No. Cutlass. And
I approve of this message.
I mean, even the word scimitar sounds like sexy.
like, I'll kind of put the sword, kind of like slide it back to your hands. His fingers will like graze over yours for a second as he pulls, and then follows as he walks through, closing the door behind them. That etching of that red light fading away, leaving you all alone in the aftermath of what just happened.
Did Raven see the whole sword exchange?
Do you want to roll me a perception check to see if you did?
Sure.
I did say I was using sleight of hand and doing stealth.
Zariel's not stealthy when he was flirting with you, though.
I'm gonna go say it probably she was a little distracted because it's an 8. So
What was your when you were trying to do it stealthily? Tell us, roll me a stealth check, or a sleight of hand, whichever you prefer on that one. Since you were short for him as well.
So 6 plus 11 or 11. They're both
Okay,
11.
You're fine.
Raven was distracted.
You were distracted, but you did see because Zariel rolled a 2. Because
Boy,
this man cannot with Talus. You did see him kind of, and you noticed this as he was kind of leaving, give a little side glance back at Talus as he was leaving, and then walk through. And you kind of
You know flirtation when you see it.
Yeah, you noticed that little flirty.
So, you gonna see him again?
I don't think so.
Well, she looks at Rad. Rad could use a disappointed dad talk on you.
He's kind of shrugged. He's he's thinking about it, considering the fact that he could probably do that.
Is it normal? Never mind. I'm not even gonna ask. That doesn't. No, this can't be normal.
What?
None of this is normal. This is fine.
Dimensioning? Do I know that it's a dimension door?
It's pretty obvious what it was.
Okay.
It's not like she was hiding it.
No.
I mean, honestly,
Percy,
though,
it is
taking-
not normal for dimension
No.
doors to just pop up in a
No,
hotel.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying this whole evening. Everything that's led up to this evening and everything that's happened within the evening, none of that can be possibly considered conceivably normal.
Tell us.
But we were not arrested and or murdered throughout the night.
Tell us.
There's that.
Did you have alternative motives for inviting us to the party?
No, I wanted you to have a good time, and I had my own objective, so I double dipped. I had a good time with my party and did a side job.
I still feel like an accessory to a crime.
Well, I did steal from a thief, which is ultimately what a lot of nobles
Not
end
just
up being.
a thief, from the sound of it. The thief, from the sound. Oh, not even like the
The
crime.
boss.
Did
They-
you really get this job off of the street?
Yes.
Inside check.
Oh joy. Alright, so you get to roll insight. Tell us if you'd like to roll a deception check for me.
I mean,
Sorry.
it's not technically deception.
Alright.
I did get the instructions from the
You
street.
know what you've done.
You know what?
Alright.
You know what's up.
So, what did you roll for an insight check?
17.
22.
Fuck me!
You're suspicious, but you can't prove like that she's lying. So you're like, that doesn't sound quite right. But also, you don't have evidence to support the fact that you're suspicious of that. So as Talis is saying, you're like, a little weird, little odd, little sus, but you can't back it up with any facts.
So they wanted the diamond. Do you know why they wanted a diamond? Why that specific diamond?
I think it was just a valuable diamond that was gonna pay off.
I
You don't
think
think it was
you
a
also
fraction?
need to understand that we just met the Lady of Crime. And now, if you're ever selling that on the market, she'll know. She'll find out about your story if you lied or not.
I wouldn't be surprised if they already told her. As the sister already told where we were and all that stuff. Apparently
And
she has a
also,
Okay.
her sister is nicer.
She might just
She
also
knows that.
value...
She knows I have her diamond.
Exactly.
What?
She might
She's
value
expecting you to
contact.
go back out into the
When
market.
she said she knew I had the diamond, did she say just the diamond or the blood diamond?
She said,
Blood diamond?
Okay.
She's expecting it to be back on the market. She's going to be having an eye out for it. Are you sure you want to
Not
give
my
it to that
problem.
guy?
It's not my problem.
And you know, she might just call in a favor. She might value that more than the actual diamond.
That's true.
Depends if she can find that scroll.
I will say, as you guys were interacting with Aaliyah and that little I'll probably see you later attitude that she had, you could presume that she does value a favor over this diamond since she let it go. It would not be a
So it was a threat. Yeah,
It would
I
not
took
be
it as a threat.
It would not be a mistaken assessment to deduce that she would prefer a favor back if ever she was to call on you.
Well, she knows how to throw a party. There's that.
Fair
Yes.
enough.
And I guess lying runs in the family, since her sister had no problem ratting us out.
Did it give her any reason to actually trust you and not rat her out? Rat you out?
No,
She
really.
seemed
Can't be
to
surprised.
make us trust her, and she seemed to make us believe that she was not gonna let anyone know of our presence there. But her
This is-
loyalties lie with her family, which I can respect.
She
Unfortunately.
is the sister of a crime
I
boss.
will say, all of you walked out unscathed in this room.
Oh,
I find this as like makes total sense.
Is there anything else you want to tell us before we're actually no. No, I'm done. I am done. I don't want to know anymore. The more I know, the more I'm gonna be in favors with people that I just don't get us killed. Whatever you do, if you're stealing things, just don't get us killed.
Well, for Grindhouse, she seemed pretty nice until she was stolen from. So there's that.
It was never my intention to get you in trouble. I am being honest when I said I just wanted you to enjoy the party, and I just happened to have a side job.
I'm just scared of losing people again. You guys all seem wonderful, and it felt good to actually interact and feel like I have a found family of some sorts, even though it's only been a few days. So don't be pulling stunts. You're indebting us to people that we don't need to be indebted to. At this point, Raven's just gonna turn and walk out the door.
Headed to your room?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to easily walk about. As you open the door, same hallway. Nothing's amiss. You head to your room? Are you like taking off the dress? Are you like throwing it to the side? Are you when you get into the room? Having all of this kind of dumped on you at the end of what you just thought would be a lavish party. What do you do when you enter your room? How do you react to just walking away like that?
Raven's going to spend some time again. It's the dress. Do we have to return the dresses, or would she know that?
The dresses are yours.
Okay. She's still going to take the time, carefully, like, take off the dress, but the whole time she's going to be talking to the Raven Queen. Like, she is literally just going to be, like, verbal diarrhea of, like, everything, because this is, like, her way of processing. And it's not a prayer, but it's her, like, talking towards the Raven Queen.
So as you're kind of just spouting all this stuff, as you're processing and dealing with it, and just having to hear it aloud to be able to figure out exactly what all is happening, because this is a lot for you to just take on. You look over as you're taking off the dress, throwing on your night clothing, and there is a singular black feather on your pillow.
I'm glad someone listens.
So, the three of you, they're still staying in the room. So Cersei, Coraline, and Talus. Cersei, are you also exiting this room?
Not quite yet. She's probably just turned to Talus and just gonna be, I can't say that when you brought up the party that it wasn't suspicious in certain ways. Logically speaking, if we were going there to be advertisements, there were probably more fancier, more well-connected people that would have been better advertisements. Which brings me to the question of, did Natalie know what you were doing? She was one who helped convince us to a degree to go with the tickets and offering the tickets for free and the dresses for free. Does she know?
No.
I'm still in the room.
You're still
Insight check. Insight.
That's okay. You can roll. But Natalie didn't know.
I rolled a 2.
That's fine, because Natalie didn't know. Talus is being honest.
As this
I just-
conversation's going on, Coraline is actually undressing and getting into her regular outfit.
Okay. Yeah. Have you called Scritches back from Elias? Is he there? Okay, so cool. I just want to make sure. You're able to undress. Talus is not lying. Natalie did not know.
I just want to say that I do not believe that you purposely, truly put us in danger. I don't think they had any intentions of doing that. And I'm glad that we got out of this pretty much with no consequences. That you didn't get caught, you didn't get hurt. Whatever reason Coraline needed to run, she didn't get caught or hurt. And it was a fun night. A lot of questions, a lot of suspicions. But I can easily say that this was a night of experiences that people don't get in general.
Thank you.
But if you ever... But if this is a thing, it worked out this time that Raven and I didn't, that I don't know who of us knew or didn't. It worked out this time. We honestly didn't know, but in the future, us not knowing might end up in a problem. I'd like to be able to back you up. If we're going to be traveling together, I'd rather not have to heal you. I'd rather help keep you from needing to be healed in the first place. If we're going to keep going. But I'm not going to make you promise, because it's been a long night. And all that. Just wanted you to know that. Right?
Noted.
Do you know if we're heading off to Denmark in the morning? Or do we have any more business in town before we do?
I
We
don't.
can probably discuss it in the morning around breakfast if you're heading out or not.
Aye.
I don't know. But I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Do you know where you need to drop the diamond off? Is that going to be in town?
I'll figure something out.
All right then. Sleep well then. I believe, if I remember correctly, that I was bucking with Raven this
Yep.
time.
Yeah,
So
it is.
I'll bid you adieu. Lovely ball, everyone. Sleep well. And then she will head out.
Good night.
Are you decent?
I'm fine. Come on in.
Cool.
Raven's just lying on the bed, but you will see that in her hand, she's kind of just like holding that raven feather and just kind of like lying, just like staring at it, like that.
And as you're like looking at it,
Is there a bird in the house?
those blues, those blacks. This is like a very sleek, pristine feather. There's absolutely not a flaw in this feather. As you're kind of like twirling at your fingers, looking it over. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just absolutely pristine.
Was there a bird in the room?
You've dealt with
No.
seagulls in the whole of the ship, like.
Yes, like other vermin.
Raven just kind of looks up and goes, "Not that I know of. Might have been a gift."
Hi. You feeling better now?
I just need to talk it out with someone.
Yourself?
Not quite.
I can understand that.
That would not be Cersei's first time talking to themselves.
Right,
It's been a long night. I will ask me tomorrow and I'll explain it. Because I
I'll
have
hold you
something
to
I want to talk to you about anyway.
Hi. That's a good plan.
She kind of rolls over now.
Cersei,
Basically, like indicating conversation is over.
ready for sleep now. Starts to change.
And
Your nightly rituals and everything else. Talus and Coraline are left in the room. Coraline, you're back in your normal outfit. You've taken this time to change and everything else as the conversations were happening. Are you doing anything?
Yes.
Yes? I like that. Yes!
I'm scared.
Sure. What you doing, Coraline?
I know you told me a lot about yourself and everything that you had intention for tonight. And I know you kept some secrets. I just want you to know that we probably made not the best impression with somebody with a lot of power. We're going to need to be careful moving forward.
I agree.
So, speaking of which, I'm going to go retrieve my bird cat. I'm just going to go get Scritches. And Coraline will head out the doorway and go outside to the back part of the inn.
Okay. You just recalling scriptures to you.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm going to see, is Allura still at the party?
So,
Mm.
I'll come back to you. Talus, are you going to bed now?
No. I'm gonna go out the window.
Of course you are. I was like, you guys.
We are the
Alright.
most us. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna go to a place where I could send a message.
Okay. Yeah. So are you just looking for one within your guild?
Yes.
Somewhere you would. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
Just a note. Just passing a note.
Oh yeah, he would easily be able to. You knowing kind of where certain things are, what to look for when you're looking for a messenger, would you be able to easily find one? Kind of down.
I also want to be on the lookout that I'm not being tagged or followed by those crazy bitches. Sorry, crazy lady. Crazy lady.
Do I see her climbing out the window?
No.
If I'm like behind. Okay.
No, you do not. No, and you're busy waiting for your brother to leave the party, so you do not have eyes on Talus.
There's a
So Talus, you don't see anything in the sky, you don't see anything like around you or anything else. You hear like the scurrying of rats occasionally, but you know that Coraline has not once used a rat in your presence, so it doesn't
Oh,
concern.
I meant Elia.
Oh, Ilia does not.
I'm worried about her having people tag me.
Ilia is also not.
Aaliyah.
There's nobody that you see. You don't see anybody. The streets, they're a little busy just because the masquerade is still going on, but like, it's more people going home, like the hustle and bustle, just kind of people starting to wind down for the evening. They pass you though. You get a couple like little nods, like just polite little smiles as you walk by, but nothing. Eventually you're able to duck down a side alley. You kind of notice a couple of little runes and markings on the sides of the walls, and you realize one in particular sticks out to you, and you note that you head down the alley and you're able to find like a little back alley shop almost. It's makeshift in its setup, but you're able to open the door. Of course, there's somebody sitting there just smoking a pipe. It's an older gentleman sitting there just in black leathers. He looks up, kind of looking a bit late to be out.
I'll
Bit late to be out, kind of thing. What kind of
yes. I'll pass the note.
I'll take it. Oh, I see. Sure, I'll get that sent along. Anything else?
Nope. Who runs this city?
How can I shift those? Depends who you ask. I think
Who are the top two?
well, us and them.
Understood. Have a nice night.
You too. Be safe. And he'll kind of nod, put the note aside that he'll be able to send it out with the next messenger. At that point, Coraline, you get a little ping from Scritches letting you know that your brother is leaving the party. As you watch him leave, he mounts his horse that you're so used to him mounting. Starts riding
Scritches is going to follow.
Scritches can follow. You see him actually just going to an inn, like on the other side of town. Opposite side of town, this one is. Eventually he'll just go inside, he'll tie off the horse, take the saddle off, water it, put it in the stables, and head into the inn. Presumably to go sleep.
Yeah, does Scritches, if he like circles, does he find out what room he's in?
You can see that he's on the second floor,
Alright.
front facing.
While this is happening, keeping mental notes, Coraline's writing a little piece of paper on a parchment.
Okay. Talis, are you returning back to the inn?
Heck yeah, she's gonna like belly flop onto the bed.
Okay, you climb back up. Fluff. Coraline's not yet back in. Okay, Coraline, you are able to see that his room is front facing to the street. Second
Alright. That's like, how far away, like, streetwise is he?
It's probably about 20 minutes.
Alright, I'm probably not connected to my bird, really, then, because I don't have that big of a...
You'll get like little like glimpses. It's more of pictures, not quite seeing through their eyes. It's more of.
Alright, I'll start moving closer, go on a little walk.
Kind of just a little walk.
Till I'm about, I'll have my bird come and meet me halfway,
Okay.
and I'll, like, get closer to the area, and I'll, give my bird a little note, which I will send to you. Unless you want me to share it.
You can share it if you'd like to.
Sad we didn't get to talk more at the party. Aaliyah seems nice. So does her sister. I never mentioned her. Signed, Rory. With little note. I'm giving it to my bird.
Okay. Little bird flies off.
Little tap on the window. With the
he'll
beat.
tap on the window. Let's see.
Totally out of sight of where this room is, by the way. I am
Totally out of
nowhere
sight.
near
No,
the building.
But he'll open it, hearing a little tap on the window. Open it quizzically. Take the bird and take the note. Okay. Just kind of take the note. Look at it. He'll kind of giggle a little bit to himself with a little smirk. Quickly writes the note back. Ties it to the bird's leg. Puts it out. As Scritches starts flying and he just closes the window and you see the light go off. And Scritches flies back. And you see a little note tied red ribbon.
Alright. What does it say?
Sister? Question mark. And then I miss you. I'm glad you're safe.
Fuck.
Just,
Still love him.
and then just an A at the end.
Sister question mark?
As in, he didn't realize Aaliyah also has a sister.
What does his A look like?
This is not the A you're looking for.
Okay.
Good question, though.
I have to double check.
You're like, wait, there's an A. Hold up.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
I just love how Coraline was the one like, "Are we evil?" And then her brother's like, "Oh no, maybe we are."
Yes, we are.
That would be tragic.
So you get this note. You have Scritches. Anything else you'd like to do, or are you headed back to your room?
I'm thinking. Yeah, she'll probably write a note back saying, seems like we're not the only noble family with some secrets. I'm safe. But I have a ton of questions with very little answers. How's Dad? Question mark. With the way I write "How's Dad," it's gonna be like perfect calligraphy.
How's Dad? Question mark.
And I'm also gonna put in a little orange rose with black thorns. And that's gonna be my last note that I send back to him, and I'm gonna skip and whistle back to the inn.
So,
Whenever you say orange flower, black thorns, my brain just goes to Donkey from Shrek. Blue flower, red thorns, blue flower.
God, this is so easy if I wasn't colorblind.
You're right. You're right.
It's just there, and I just had to tell you.
I love that. So you send the note. Start to head back to your room. Couple minutes pass. You're starting to get closer, and Squishes comes flying back to you. The ribbon tied around is a very familiar green color this time. This is kind of like verified, like your identity a little bit. Like one thing to just double check who was actually writing, and that last note kind of confirms that for them.
How's Dad?
How's that? It was the house that he's like, I see.
Yes.
You just said, you're smart. I'm sure you'll find the answers. We didn't teach you all of this for nothing. You'll figure it out. Dad is enraged.
Fuck yes. Yeah.
Love you.
Alright. We're leaving. Boy, we're leaving. Alright.
I love the pettiness between siblings. It's just beautiful.
It's like texting.
We're
Like,
both the rebel children, so we really don't like him.
Dad is enraged.
In my
Yes,
mind,
okay,
of the
cool.
character I have created of Aluros.
So, you're heading up to your room?
So good.
You headed up to your room.
Yes, I am headed up to my room
You're fine.
with my little bird in hand, just reading the note.
Breath in hand.
Making sure I have no notes on me, though, to visible when I enter the doorway.
No. You walk in, Talus is belly flopped on the bed. Not even.
Before I go to bed, though, I do write over the contract that Talus wrote. Fulfilled.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that will do anything, but fulfilled.
Okay.
That's right. Don't you forget it.
Alright.
It's fulfilled.
Sure. Yeah.
Ugh.
Oof. Yep.
Ugh.
You write fulfill it, right?
Mhm.
Close the book. Do you finish your nightly rituals?
For sure. Of course I do.
I'll look at the
Just
Google
like a
Doc
couple
later.
pages over, I start writing.
Yeah, I'll look at the Google Doc later.
No, I haven't added to that in a while.
I think you have it. Alright, so.
I am the worst oh my god, I'm probably being cursed.
Alright, so you close it. Eventually you go to sleep. So we are going to end session. However, not before, unbeknownst to the party, as we all are struggling with each other, struggling to sleep, getting ready to go to sleep. Whatever you might be doing, whatever god or goddess you might be praying to, somewhere in the distance, far, far from here, you see a shrouded figure. Enter what looks like a cavern, opening a large, double-doored, black and red colored door. As they pull one side open, glance behind them, and walk inside. As they walk inside through tunnels and tunnels, the torches on the walls at some parts, complete darkness at others. As they're walking, take some time, there's a heavy draft, there's heavily echoing of footprints. They walk into a stone room. A throne on one side. As they step into this room, red and grays and blacks as this monochrome room is warm with the light of a large fire on one side. As they approach closer and closer to this throne, you see someone sitting on it, draped in reds and blacks themselves, a hood covering their own face. The figure that's entered quickly hits a knee and out holds a scroll.
Of course.
And as the figure on the throne puts out a hand to kind of gesture them forward, they stand up and quickly approach. putting the scroll into a skeletal hand that comes from the sleeve of this robe as he engulfs it.
Yes.
Oh, we end the session.
Is that a demi-lich? Is that what we're going to fight? Is that? Oh no.
No, it's just a normal skeleton. Come on.
Yes.
God.
I just got goosebumps. I just got goosebumpies.
Same. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Wait, the hand that took it was a skeleton, or the hand that gave it?
the hand that took it.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, good game.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, me.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my. So, when we come back in 2 weeks, where we will have a full cast of players, including Din,
Love it, Din.
we'll find out if you guys where you guys are going next. It sounds like you want to go to Demore, but we'll see what the rest of the party has planned when they actually come out, and y'all can talk about it in the morning of the next day. I'm excited. I'm very excited. This was kind of the first like beginning arc of the campaign. Like you're getting to know each other, everything else. Now you guys are into the very you're getting into the very first arc of the campaign, like the actual full arc, and I'm very excited.
Welcome to the meat and potatoes, people.
Welcome to
The meat and
welcome
potatoes.
to the Rectification, the full campaign. I'm very excited. I have a lot planned. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be entertaining. I'm excited. I'm gonna love it. But that will end us. I think we'll go raid the Welcome In because I saw that they were live still. They still are. But
Wow.
if you all want to give your handles, starting with Ava.
Ava Makes on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Abby. I know you're doing a lot
I am
of
Giggle
things.
Girl. I am Giggle Girl Productions because I laugh a lot for everything, and you can find me on Instagram and on TikTok.
And Din is out, but you can see Din on quite a few different platforms actually, including TikTok and on a different channel every other Friday. So I would go follow them as well. Nat.
I am Nat20_NPC. Definitely almost forgot my handle halfway through it. On TikTok and Instagram. I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been posting much. But content coming soonish.
And last but certainly not least, Val.
Basic Valkyrie on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube now.
Ooh, look at you moving up in the world with the YouTube.
I know. We'll go with potential content, especially with my 2 new series of backstory ideas and hiking thoughts. So they will be expanded.
Hiking base.
And I'm Ivy. I'm the Miller Girl. You can find me over on Instagram, Discord, Twitch, TikTok, all under the same name. And you can find me every Mondays on Dice Cream Sandwich playing Farrell, who's the Circle of the Wind Druid. You can find me over on Lark Network every Wednesday playing Ruby, where we've just entered Avernus, and every Friday here. So we are going to go raid the Welcome In because they're wonderful and they're playing Off the Rails, which is a homebrew campaign DM'd by the lovely Mr. Shikadance. So we will go raid them, and we will be back in 2 weeks. Woo. So have a good rest of your night, everybody.
Stay hydrated.
Woo! Yeah, in this heat.
Good game. Good.